Hey guys, SoCal Val here. You are listening to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast.
Welcome everybody to the Hitting the Turnbuckle show. This is the Raw review ahead of Survivor Series, which emanates from Chicago on Saturday. Raw was all about Wargames advantage. Who would get the advantage going into Wargames? Would it be Team Cody or would it be the Judgment Day? Also, Drew McIntyre explains his actions for, well, basically turning on Team Cody and more importantly, Jey Uso. And he done that at the start of the show. Effectively saying that, the bloodline cost, Jey Uso cost him the WWE title at Clash at the Castle, which is kind of true. He did last year, cost him that. So he's not going to be forgiving him. But also that he hasn't joined the Judgment Day. Jey Uso come out, wanted to start a fight already. Adam Pearce has said that you guys have got to get them till 9 o'clock, give them the names of the people that are going to take place in the War Games advantage match for later on in the show. And Drew McIntyre has officially joined Judgment Day in their match. So Cody Rhodes needs another partner. Who do you reckon that is? The first match was Nia Jax and Raquel Rodriguez. Decent match this between two of the big powerhouses on Raw. Nia picks up the victory. Not a lot's been going on with the Raw women as such. I think the SmackDown women with Damage Control and Charlotte and Becky, etc., has kind of taken center stage at the minute. But this was just good. Nia goes on top. She goes through. Well, she just wins the match. And then next week, who knows what will happen at that stage. Xia Li had a vignette ahead of her match with Becky Lynch, which actually was next. This was quite a long match as well. A really good back and forth. Becky Lynch wins the match via pinfall. However, Damage Control was in the crowd and they were attacked by Bianca's team. So that was a really good element to that match as well. And again, the focal point really on the SmackDown side of the women's roster because they're taking on the War Games match, which you can really understand. But it was a really good match. Becky hits the manhandle slam on that one. Kaiser is backstage. He's not happy with Vinci really at the moment, and he wants him to stay backstage for his match against Johnny Gargano, which he didn't. Johnny Gargano and Ludwig Kaiser had a match. Again, there was a bit where Giovanni Vinci gets he distracted Ludwig Kaiser, and Gargano connects with a one final beat. I think teasing a split of Imperium again. I'm not sure. I mean, Gunther can do a lot of it on his own. He doesn't really need Vinci or Kaiser. Kaiser's a fantastic athlete, and so is Vinci, to be quite fair. However, do they need to split? I'm not sure. I think maybe keep them going a little bit longer. But these, any one of the members of Imperium can go. So it will be quite interesting as we move towards the end of 2023 into 2024, if that split happens, and if it does, when. Rhea Ripley wasn't happy that Baszler and Zoe Stark were sitting inside the Judgment Day's clubhouse. So Zoe Stark has obviously got Rhea Ripley at Survivor Series on Saturday. So that was a bit where, that was really why she was there. And Rhea's Rhea said that Zoe will get the beating that she deserves at Survivor Series. Speaking of the women, now this was a focal point. Now there was a women's #1 contendership match for the women's tag team titles. Natalya, Tegan Nox, Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, and the team of Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree would win this match. Would go on this match. Natalya and Tegan Nox pick up the windfall when Dupree goes for the flying crossbody block, but Nox rolls her over. Natalya and Tegan Nox. Interesting one. Do I think they go on and win the tag titles? No, I think Chelsea Green and Piper Niven should hold on to it until there's a credible team, and that's not a disrespect or mean any disrespect to Natalya or Tegan Nox, but I'd rather a team with a bit of credibility go on and win that rather than just passing it around. So we'll see. We will see. I'm not sure that's booked for Survivor Series. That may be on Raw. Gunther wasn't pleased with Kaiser. and he's considering reversing the role. So at the moment, Kaiser's responsible for Vinci. And now he's saying that Vinci may be responsible for Kaiser going forward. They did announce that there was going to be a tag team turmoil match where the winners would become the #1 contenders for the undisputed WWE tag team titles. Now, if you remember, Judgment Day take on, the Street Profits take on the Judgment Day this week on SmackDown for the tag team titles. So who will it be going into next week's Raw? We will find out. But interesting to see, they didn't say who it would be. So it'll be interesting to see what teams get put in that and who comes out victorious. A couple of backstage segments with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, Seth Rollins and Jey Uso. Really good segment with The Miz and Gunther next to hype up their Intercontinental title match at Survivor Series. You know, these two can really go in and out of the ring. They're great on the mic. Miz ends up giving him a low blow and a skull-crushing finale to end that segment. I don't think in a million Sundays Miz wins on Saturday at Survivor Series, but at least there's a bit of a believability there, which is the main thing. There's a bit of believability that the Miz can go and beat Gunther, at least gives that match a bit more intrigue. It won't happen. It absolutely won't happen. Nakamura and Gable were next, and you could just have these on all night. Nakamura and Gable, two fantastic workers. I mean, what more can you say about it? I've been saying enough about Gable over the last year to know how good he is. Nakamura has been criminally underused in the WWE for so long now. Nakamura picks up the win after Gable hits the exposed. He went to hit the exposed steel, and Nakamura rolled him up. They could just fight all day. Ivar has challenged Bronson Reed to a fight. Take my money. I will watch that every single week if they put that on and wouldn't complain one bit. Them two are going to tear the house down when they have a match. And I think that match is next week, funnily enough. McIntyre basically said Judgment Day doesn't need the help. Jey Uso takes on Drew McIntyre in a Wargames advantage match. Now, the winner of that match obviously gets the advantage in the Wargames match on Survivor Series. That was given by Drew McIntyre. So McIntyre wins. Judgment Day gets advantage in the Wargames match. Now, we now know that Cody Rhodes needs a partner, and he said that this partner he has a legacy with, which could have been two people. Probably weren't the one that probably wasn't the other one, but and then he said about it being an apex predator. So it turns out that Randy Orton is going to return on Saturday at Survivor Series and be Cody Rhodes' partner. I will leave it with this as I finish up, and thanks everyone for watching. Go on to us at HTT Buckle on Twitter. Follow us on all the social platforms as I've been hitting the turnbuckle. You never trust a viper. And until next time, everybody, buckle down, stay safe.